Let me warmly welcome you as you take up your post as Cuba's ambassador to the Republic of Ghana. Ghana has a special relation with Cuba, and the relation is historical because Ghana was the first African country to establish diplomatic relations with Cuba. And since then, we have enjoyed strong solidarity with Cuba on both sides. We have supported the same causes in international fora, and we are working together on many bilateral issues. We have always supported Cuba in the issue of the economic blockade, and we're very happy to note that a lot of progress has been made between the United States and Cuba in lifting the blockade. We're hoping that Congress, the US Congress, will do its part and pass the appropriate legislation to lift what is a relic of the Cold War. I believe that the people of US and Cuba deserve, to be able to move freely and trade amongst each other. And the sanctions that were placed against Cuba have affected Cuba's economy adversely for quite a long time. We also were active in the campaign to free the Cuban Five, and we're very happy to note that that matter has also been resolved and has been put behind us. In our bilateral relations, we've been working together on the medical front. We have the Cuban Medical Brigade that is working here in Ghana and in many other African countries. And I believe that that medical solidarity between Cuba and Africa shows that Cuba is a true friend, of Africa, because health is one of the major areas in which we are all trying to make a strong social intervention in order to give our people good health. Apart from that, we have a number of our young people training in the medical field in Cuba, and we're hoping that they've been gone for almost 3 years. We're hoping that in another 3 years from now, we'll have them coming back qualified as doctors and other paramedical personnel. There's one particular project I would want you to focus on as you take your position as ambassador, and that is our bilateral cooperation in the eradication of malaria, the Labiofam project. It's run into a few difficulties, and I believe that if we sit together and look at it, we should be able to remove the challenges that have made that particular project stall, because malaria continues to be one of the diseases of which we have the highest incidence, and up till now it is the biggest killer of young children under 5. Finally, let me commend Cuba for its show of solidarity when West Africa suffered the Ebola epidemic. Cuba was one of the first countries to dispatch not only doctors but other health personnel to the 3 most affected countries to help the people to overcome the Ebola outbreak. And so it is a credit to the whole international community, but also especially to Cuba, that the World Health Organization has announced an end of the Ebola epidemic in West Africa.
I want to thank you all that you have made and the people of Ghana in terms of solidarity with Cuba. We have been cooperating in the bilateral and multilateral sphere. It's something that is very clear. Of course, my commitment is to continue strengthening the relation the way I know the relation is just on the way. It's something that is a fact.